One of the emerging theories is the metabolic theory of cancer, and that cancer is a metabolic condition where we have too many growth signals taking place and not enough signals for healing and repair. So we have a lot of what we call anabolic. Anabolic is growing. We probably have heard that term when we talk about anabolic steroids, right? Like that maybe bodybuilders take to grow big muscles, right? We have different hormones our body releases that are signaling growth. And that's important as long as it's kept in balance with different hormones and different activities in our body that signal breakdown, or what we call catabolic activity. There needs to be a good balance. We don't want too much of one and or the other, right? And so they need to be kept in check and kept in balance. And our way of life today really accentuates or kind of really pushes us into this high anabolic mode. And that's because food is so prevalent. So throughout the history of mankind, we had to work hard to get food. And food wasn't, we had trouble with food storage. So we would go through periods of feasting and famine. So when food was there and we had it, we would eat as much as we could because we didn't have very good refrigeration. Things would go bad quicker. And we never knew when our next meal was going to be. So we feasted, we ate really well, but then we would go through periods of time where we didn't have much food. And so there were many days where we ate very little or nothing at all. And that was very common for our ancestors. In today's day and age, we all have, if you're listening to this interview, you've got a pantry probably full of a month's worth of food. Most of us have plenty of access to food. And so we're constantly consuming food. And when we consume food, we signal these growth factors. Now, there are certain types of foods where we get a lot of growth signaling. Okay. And that's going to be your ultra processed foods. The more that we process foods and add more sugar, more chemicals to the food, the more we trigger these growth signals.